needed. Okay? Yeah, so let's see. Oh, wait, but before we continue, again, I would like to say that you need to decide, you need to decide the number n at the beginning. Okay, so when using this method, it's not like golden section method or the dichotomous method. Previously, yeah, you can just start. Okay. Of course, you still need to decide L, but you don't need to decide the number of iterations first. But for the Fibonacci method, again, you also need to have this. You need to decide the final length of the bracket, and also use that final length to decide the number n before you can use this method. Okay? Yeah, as you can see, this is because, like over here, yeah, immediately every time we really need to use f sub n. Okay? Yeah, or f sub f of f sub n minus k plus 1 or n minus k minus 1. Okay, something like that. Okay, so n, the number n is needed at the beginning. And some people don't like it, like myself, I don't really like it because I like more freedom. Okay， 反正有的人就是像我就不太喜欢一开始就要知道 n， 因为我们有时候会喜欢什么且战且走，对不对？反正就先做了，然后okay. Oh, this also means that basically for golden section and for the dichotomous method, you can use the while loop, right? Because you don't need to specify n. But for this, I think you need to use the for loop because you need to know n from the beginning. Okay. But anyways, let's see how we can. Let's see how we can do this. So, anyways, the new bracket or the new interval. Okay. The new interval is what? It's either a k plus 1. I mean the new interval a k plus 1 b k plus 1 is either this lambda k b k if f of lambda k is greater than f of mu k, right? Or the second case, the new interval is like this. Still ak plus 1 ak plus 1. Or the second case is like this. Ak mu k. Right? Yeah, that's right. Ak mu k. If f of lambda k is less than f of mu k, right? So basically the two situations. If you want, I can show you. Okay, so let's say this is like the first situation. That is, we keep the right side. Okay. If f of lambda k is larger than f of mu k, okay, something like that. Or the second case is like this. But now let me show you that in either case, basically we still have the same kind of ratio for reducing the bracket. Okay. So, let's say the first one is the case 1. Okay, so let's say in case 1. In case 1, let's see what's the length of bk plus 1 minus ak plus 1. Okay, so let's take a look at this. plus 1 minus AK plus 1. Yeah, we know BK plus 1. Oh, sorry. It's BK plus 1. Yeah, it's equal to BK minus lambda K. Okay. And what is BK minus lambda K? Yeah, let's just write it down. Okay, so it's base of K minus, here is lambda K. Okay, so let's write down lambda K. Lambda K is AK plus this. Okay. K plus 1 F n minus K minus 1 times BK minus AK. Okay, great. And if we bring this BK minus AK outside, okay, we will see that it becomes 1 minus this. Okay. So, finally, what do we have? Do you know what this is? Because the next one is the summation of the previous two numbers. And over here, what we have will become this, Fn minus k, and over here, Fn minus, current is k minus 1, okay? Yep, so this is what we have. 可以吗？因为它就是后面一个是前面两个的相加，所以你自己算一下 ，OK？ 所以它中间就会差了这个 Fn minus k。Okay, so that's the first case. That is, the first case. Okay, and we see that we have this kind of ratio. And how about in case 2? In case 2, what do we have? Let's again calculate BK plus 1 minus AK plus 1. BK plus 1 minus AK plus 1 is what? Oh, is mu k minus lambda k, right? Mu k minus AK. And here is mu k. Mu k minus AK. Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, it's directly, we can directly write it down. So it becomes Fn minus k divided by Fn minus k minus 1 times Bk minus Ak. Great. So what can you see? What have we found? We have found that the ratio here and the ratio here are exactly the same, which means that no matter what, we always sync this according to like the same kind of Fibonacci ratio, okay? And this again also means that only one new function evaluation is needed in each iteration, okay? Right? Because if we always sync this interval in with the same kind of ratio, it means that the new lambda, the new lambda k or the new mu k can be found using the previous one. Okay, so only one more function evaluation is needed in each iteration. 对吧？反正它这还是一样的意思，就跟刚才 golden section 一样，因为它那个 ratio 基本上，你看我不管是保留左边还是保留右边，它的 ratio 都还是一样。所以也就是说，每一次新的时候，它只会有一个到新的一步的时候，它只会有其中一点 不管是 mu 或者 lambda，只会有其中一个是需要重新再做 function evaluation， 另外一个是之前就做过了。So, yep, this is the so-called Fibonacci method, and again we just try to compare f of lambda k and f of mu k, and make the bracket smaller and smaller. Okay, and finally we can stop. Okay. Oh, and we know finally means that when k equals what? When k equals n minus 1, then we can stop because n is determined ahead of time. 可以吗？就是我们也知道到底要做到什么结束，做到 k 等于 n 减1的时候结束，因为最后也只能到那边。OK。Yep. And over here, let's also compare. Then with the Fibonacci method. Okay. Yeah. Let me just write them over here. So for the Fibonacci method, we have this. It's 1 divided by Fn is greater than L divided by B1 minus A1. Okay? I know it might be hard to see what kind of number this is. Okay? But anyways, if you try to compute this using some calculator, you will see that this is the fastest. Okay? And the golden section, although it's a little bit slower than the Fibonacci method, but it's actually not too bad. Okay? And the dichotomous method is really a lot slower than Fibonacci and the golden section method. 可以吗？就是 Fibonacci 还是最快，但是它就一开始就要先决定 n， 很多人就不太喜欢这样。那 golden section 虽然没有 Fibonacci 那么快，但其实差一点点而已，所以很多都还蛮推荐 golden section。dichotomous 最主要只是让大家用来让大家理解这到底在干嘛的。OK。Yep. So any other question? Are you guys all right? Okay. So basically, these are the elimination methods I would like to talk about. Let's see. And for the approximation methods, I think I will just talk about some basic ideas. You can read the class notes for more detailed algorithm. Okay. Yeah. So for example, the quadratic interpolation, approximation or interpolation method. Okay. Oh, again, this is a kind of approximation method. Okay, and you assuming that your objective function is smooth. Okay, and it also implies that if the function is not smooth, or you don't know if it is smooth or not, then it's still better to use those elimination methods. Okay. 我再说一下，就是这个因为其实通常我们不太知道到底 function 是不是 smooth， 所以可能还是用 bracket method 会比较保险，但是还是稍微讲一下。So the quadratic interpolation method. Let's see. Are you guys alright? Yeah. I understand that usually around the end of the second hour or during the third hour, people may become very tired. Okay, so I hope you guys are alright. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, let's have a quick review. Okay. So do you guys remember that we can build a quadratic function using 3 points, right? Do you guys remember this? Okay, because basically the format of a quadratic function is like let's say f of x equals like ax squared plus bx plus c, right? And if you want to, let's say you have some kind of function, but maybe it's not a quadratic function, okay? And you want to interpolate so that it becomes a quadratic function. If you just know the function, the function values at 3 different points, then you're able to solve for a, b and c。大家还记得吗？这应该是之前有学过。你只要反正只有3个点，知道它的那个方程值的话，反正就把它代入，然后就可以回来解出 a 跟 b 跟 c， 这样就可以。这样就可以写下那个 function 的形式 ，OK。So over here, let me just say the same thing according to this. Okay, but let me use Q. Okay, yeah. That is, we want this Q of x to approximate the original f of x, okay? So originally we have our objective function f of x, but because it might be harder to calculate the minimum point, that is why we can somehow use this quadratic function. And you want to ask, is it really good? And again, I said that you use this method only when the function is smooth, okay? Because if the function is smooth, let's say this is f of x, okay? If the function is smooth, then near the optimum point, basically, I think I can use this green color. Then near the optimum point, like around here, we can approximate the function as a quadratic function. Okay. One more time. If the function is smooth, then near the minimum point, we can approximate the function using a quadratic function. So that's the first idea. Okay. So let me quickly finish this. Okay. Suppose function value here, f of x and b evaluated at 3 different points. Over here I use the 3 points like AL, AM, and AU. Means that lower point, middle point, and upper point. Okay. Suppose f of x can be evaluated at the 3 points. Okay. Then by setting Q of AL equals A times AL squared plus B times AL plus C equals F of AL. Okay. Yeah, and then basically for AM and for AU, basically the same thing, okay? We can solve for the coefficients a, b, and c. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Let's take a break first. 反正就是刚刚说的，有3个点之后，你就可以找到这个 quadratic function. So in this way, we can try to build this quadratic function. Okay. And let me just write down. I will write down the format later. Okay. Yep. Let's take a break first.